Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It is Monday, May 19th, 2025. This is Liz Frenay, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Now, I'm still recovering a bit from the weekend, if we're being honest. It was supposed to be pouring rain all weekend, and then it ended up being 80 degrees and beautiful and sunny. We had some birthday parties to go to, and New York is just really so eclectic when it's that first nice day. Plus, we had the Brooklyn Half Marathon, the Yankees won, the Knicks won, and a reason to celebrate on every block you went to, and that was the weekend. But here's your OMG fact for the day to start off your week. The sound of E.T. walking was made by somebody squishing their hands in Jell-O. Anyways, let's get into the news, shall we? Welcome to your official camera report. Make sure to pay close attention and drive safe so you can avoid those tickets. Anne Arundel County has launched a new red light enforcement program aimed at curbing dangerous driving behaviors and improving roadway safety. 2 red light cameras are already active, one at Arundel Mills Boulevard at Arundel Mills Circle in Severn, and the other at George Klaus Boulevard at Quarterfield Park Drive. These sites were selected based on crash data and safety evaluations. The cameras operate 24/7 and capture violations when a vehicle enters an intersection after the light has turned red. For the first 30 days, only warnings will be issued, and after that, violators will receive a $75 fine. The county has also identified 8 more intersections for future installations. Crane Highway and Cronson Boulevard in Crofton, Crane Highway and Veterans Highway in Millersville, Dorsey Road and Baltimore-Annapolis Boulevard in Glen Burnie, Ritchie Highway and Ordnance Road in Glen Burnie, Riva Road and West Street in Annapolis, West Street and Solomon Island Road in Annapolis, Mountain Road and South Carolina Avenue in Pasadena, and Reese Road and Telegraph Road in Severn. Separately, the county continues to expand its school zone speed camera program. Today, new speed cameras will go live from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. on weekdays near High Point Elementary in Pasadena at the 900 block of Duval Highway and Hebron Harmon Elementary in Hanover at the 7600 block of Ridge Chapel Road. Citations will be issued following a 15-day warning period. Steal from a casino may not be the smartest move, especially given the constant surveillance, security technology, and detailed tracking systems. But 2 former VIP hosts at Live Casino and Hotel Maryland in Hanover are now facing felony theft and identity fraud charges over a $27,000 scam. Sonoha Richards of Forestville and Alan Hill of Washington, D.C. allegedly created fake player reward accounts, loaded them up with free slot plays, and handed the cards off to accomplices who used them to gamble and cash out the winnings. Richards is accused of generating 30 fraudulent cards in February, resulting in over $20,000 in losses. Hill allegedly created 20 cards in March, costing the casino more than $7,000. The fraudulent activity was uncovered through internal investigations and led to charges being filed in Anne Arundel County District Courts. Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown is alerting the public to a troubling scam targeting pet owners desperate to find their lost animals. Scammers, posing as staff from reputable shelters like Barks, Maryland SPCA, and Talbot Humane, are contacting people based on social media posts about missing pets. Using caller ID spoofing, they make it appear as though the call is coming from an official shelter, then claim the pet has been found and is in urgent need of medical care. Victims are pressured to send money immediately via apps like Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. In one case, a Maryland resident lost $2,600. Real shelters emphasize that they never request payment by phone or digital apps. Officials urge the public to verify claims by calling shelters directly, never send money electronically in response to a cold call, and report any scams to the Maryland Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division or the FTC. On Friday on Canines and Crosstracks, we met Lainey, a big old Rottie. John said she looks like Petey from Little Rascals, but that went way over my head, so I'll just have to believe him. And of course, we have some Subaru news as well. If you missed it, please check it out. And if Lainey interests you, get in touch with the SPCA soon because she won't be around too long. Well, sorry to give you kind of some downer stories for a Monday, but that's all I got. On Saturday on the local business spotlight, we sat down with Julie Shea from the Good Neighbor Group about all the good she and her nonprofit are doing for their neighbors. All right, that's a wrap. First of all, thank you, as always, for listening and sharing, and a quick thank you to today's sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Mac Medics. Anne Covington from CovingtonAlsina is back with your Monday Money Report. And we still don't have a ratified collective bargaining agreement for me to provide weather, so look out the window. Anyway, all that's coming your way in less than a minute.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing it can be confusing. Anne Covington, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it for nearly 20 years. Are you ready? Now, here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Anne Covington of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. The S&P 500 was up just over 2.5% last week, and the three big market indices are all positive on a year-to-date number. Consumers remain pessimistic about the economy overall, so there may still be some headwinds. There is still good economic news as unemployment remains just over 4%, and inflation, as measured by the Consumer Price Index, dropped to 2.3% in April. With the Federal Reserve holding rates steady and the market rising, this is a good time to look at your cash position. If you don't have an emergency fund, or it is very small, now is the time to start building that. Open a high-yield savings account for this. You should look for one paying at least 3%. Check out bankrate.com if your bank doesn't offer one, or you don't reach their minimum deposit requirement. Ideally, this account should not be visible when you check your account balances. Some bank apps will allow you to customize your scream and hide accounts. It's out of sight, out of mind. Next, start small. You can often have your paycheck split into 2 deposits, so that as little as $5 each paycheck can go into your savings. If this is not an option, set up an automatic transfer from checking so that each time you are paid, money is transferred to savings. Every few months, see if you can increase the amount you are saving. Prior to the 2008-09 financial crisis, planners often recommended having 3 months of living expenses saved. Now, we are recommending 6 months at a minimum. It's important to realize there are 2 types of savings. One is leveling expenses that occur randomly, such as car repairs or vet bills, or annually, like property taxes. Building savings allows you to handle these expenses without putting them on a credit card. The other type of savings is for emergencies, like job loss or health concerns. Having to dip into your savings for either of these does not mean that you're not good with money or have failed in some way. It's why you saved in the first place. On the flip side, if you are sitting on more than $25,000 in cash, it's time to consider investing some of that. Just moving money from checking or a regular savings account to a high-yield savings account can increase your return by 3% or more given current interest rates. On $100,000, that's $3,000 a year. Beyond that, moving to investments with the rest of your cash offers the potential for much larger growth over a longer period of time. If you don't expect to need the cash in the next 2 to 3 years, investing it can improve your overall financial position. Your action item this week is to do some spring cleaning. Declutter one small area, the bathroom, hall closet, or one dresser drawer. Check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com or our Facebook page for more information for educational events. CovingtonAlsina is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only and not intended to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments involve risks unless otherwise stated and are not guaranteed. Be sure to consult with a qualified financial advisor and/or tax professional before implementing any strategy discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Anne Covington with CovingtonAlsina.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Ion Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, ionannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Ion Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.